have your opening question?
It's not a question, Benji. I just wanted to
I did
thank
too.
you for being a friend.
Why was it a handshake? I was going for like a.
What were you going?
This hand. Thank you. For
Do we need
being
a waffle?
Friend. A waffle? Oh.
Is that a term? I remember I had one friend called this a waffle. I don't know why.
I'm just like, I would call it interlocking fingers.
They probably call it a waffle because it leads to sticky situations.
Oh, wow. Well,
with that, welcome back, pop stars, to the Pink Popcast, a pop culture podcast where we talk about film, media.
And just whatever. No, I'm just kidding. Film, media, and everything else.
Come on, active brand. You don't even have your headphones on. What is this?
Don't.
What is this? You never hosted a podcast before? I'm Rizzo, by the way.
What's a podcast? I'm Benji.
And today, we asked you, the patrons.
We asked y'all what y'all wanted to see us do.
And you voted. So today, we are talking about, you saw it in the thumbnail, The Golden Girls. We watched a few episodes of The Golden Girls. Actually, I watched more than a few episodes.
I've seen a few. Neither of us are really Golden Girls aficionados.
No, this was definitely more of a, hey, we had never really had this big prominent part of our life. So this was a nice little first to kind of, to do Betty White some justice and some honor. Because right before she turned 100.
I know.
And what a damn fine comedian she was.
Yeah.
I almost recommended a few of her movies. Like, it would have been great to watch The Proposal again, but I realized I had never seen a single episode of The Golden Girls myself.
She was in The Proposal?
Yeah.
Well, who was she?
She was his grandma. Remember?
Okay.
To the sweat drip down my balls.
I only saw it once.
To all those bitches crawl.
I got it. I know the song.
To all skeet
motherfucker.
Onward.
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't remember Betty White was in that.
No, I really only remember Ryan Reynolds and Sandra.
Mm-hmm. What did you remember about Ryan Reynolds?
Well, about 6 to 8 different things.
Interesting. What did you think, by the way? We finally sat down and watched Golden Girls. It was before we get into it, ran for 7 seasons from 1985 to 1982. It was created by Susan Harris, and it tackled a wide range of taboo subjects from homophobia to suicide. Now with that being said, how much did you love the Golden Girls, and why are you not a heartless bitch?
So it's a cute show.
Oh my! And you're the gay one.
Well, I should have already been like addicted to this show and watching it all the time and forcing you to watch it.
Yeah.
But, I didn't really grow up watching it. I didn't find an affinity for it later in life.
Why do you hate women, Benji?
Well, we know I don't hate women. We know that's not the case. But yeah, no, Yeah, no. Are you gonna stop me and make fun of me for saying that?
No,
again?
I was just gonna ask.
To
maybe it's was it because you weren't attracted? Because you have a thing
maybe that's
about
it.
watching shows where everyone is beautiful in your eyes.
Yeah, I don't have a crush on any of them, so maybe that's what it is. And they don't sing, so at the end of the day, why am I here? Not really.
Wow,
it is funny. Like I do laugh at it. I would put it in a similar category, but I would still watch this way before. Sorry, The Office. Not a huge fan of The Office, and it's one of those things where I'm like, it's a good show. Like I can enjoy it when I watch it, but it's just not something I would turn on necessarily. But I've only seen 6 episodes, so I only saw it for the first time like a year ago.
Yeah.
One of our mutual
a year ago.
Yeah. So a mutual friend of ours showed me the 2 or 3 episodes. And that was the first time I'd ever seen an episode of Golden Girls. And I was like, oh, this is cute. It's fun. I see why people like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
it's like a culturally gay, not a culture. It's a cultural
queer.
It is a big show in the LGBTQ
You think I don't know that?
I know. That's why I'm emphasizing the fact that you had only seen it.
But that's why I was saying I see why people like it, because obviously I'd heard a lot about it.
Culturally significant was the word I was looking for.
There you go. Okay.
My goodness.
I'm gonna finish my thought
Continue.
now. Is that okay?
Yeah. Go on.
So Yeah, I was just like, that's cool. And then randomly, my friend, like a few months later, was watching it on like her own, just on a spur thought. And I was like, I watched a few episodes with her, and then now we're watching it like a little bit later, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Well, the universe definitely wants me to like Golden Girls.
Yeah. As soon as they found out you were punching a gay card, they were like, well, send him his mailer. You got Golden Girls. What else?
I was like,
what else is included
have?
In the gay mailer? I mean, that one probably came back from like, the 80s, but
but they're like it refreshed. They're like, oh, now we send Golden Girls to anybody.
What's present day gay mailer that you have to have?
Starbucks membership for iced coffee only.
It's a membership, but only for iced coffee.
Only
Okay,
iced
cool.
coffee. Not being able to sit correctly. What else do we have?
Okay.
We got our.
I was thinking more cultural things, but sure.
Our pride flag.
There you go.
Our Glee membership, which that's not universally gay though. It's not all gays like Glee, but everybody who watches Glee is gay, right? That's not true.
What do straights get in their mailer? Repressed emotions?
Privilege?
Yeah.
Because they get to just bump into each other at the store and fall in love and get married and have kids. That would be nice. I didn't have to search the pits of Grindr. No. Oh yeah, that and what's it called? RuPaul. I've just never really gotten into, but they're fine.
So I obviously I was excited to watch the show, if only just for Betty White. I mean, she didn't need to prove to me that she was a good performer. I've seen her in so many things at this point.
She's great.
That I knew that she, if anything, I was like, I'm gonna at least enjoy her, and then I'll probably like, begrudgingly trudge my way through. Only because I just don't have an affinity for sitcoms. Period.
Yeah.
Like, I barely watch sitcoms from my era anymore, let alone sitcoms from a much earlier era. And they're usually, I mean, they're all in one way or another kind of the same in the terms of the pacing, the slow. I do appreciate earlier sitcoms to like even ones in the late 90s, especially ones in the early thousands. I appreciate like the earlier sitcoms just because I could feel like the audience was like genuinely laughing versus pretty much anything churned out on Netflix nowadays where I'm like, well, that was clearly a canned audience, like laughing at just the fucking pin drop of a hat.
Oh, well, I mean, but if they're there, I've been to a few live tapings of a show that I watched, which was really cool. To side note really quickly, like I had a show that I was watching. It was in like season 4 and I was like obsessed. And then my roommate ended up meeting one of the actors from the show who invited us to a live taping. And I had just introduced her to the show.
Right.
And she was like, oh, I love this show. My roommate and I watched it all the time. And I was like, you gotta stay. So we got to go 2 separate times. And it was very cool because you get to be there and it's genuinely funny. Like I'm genuinely laughing at the points that they want me to laugh because it's a show that I already like. So I'm already waiting to laugh with them.
Then why do modern day sitcoms suck?
It doesn't suck. It's a great show. Baby Daddy, by the way, is the
interesting. We will talk about that some other time, but so I just wanted to like, clear set the stage that, I wasn't necessarily thinking I'm going to not enjoy the show because they're, old women.
It was because
I really hate sitcoms.
You don't like sitcoms.
And lo and behold, I was not only pleasantly surprised, but I found myself genuinely laughing out loud.
A lot.
At the way like the 4 of them just interacted with each other. Like stuff that was just, I don't know if it was a combination of shocking coming from them, shocking coming from the time period, and just good writing where things just like, you could obviously see where some jokes were going. But then a lot of times, they would just, especially, Dorothy and Sophia would kind of like drop a joke where you're like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that. And it would get like genuine laughs from me. So I found myself I watched like 10 episodes straight of the first season. And then we just kind of like
bounced around and watched
to kind of watch more significant ones. And because at the time, even when it was released, I think it was like, that was not like a lot of people were not expecting a show with 4 older women.
Yeah, because that was, especially then, that was when Hollywood like wrote you off at 30 and was like, get out.
Yes,
You're
and
an old
only
maid.
then.
Only that.
It's a
but
good
I mean,
thing we don't write off older women
obviously,
now.
it's still an issue,
Yeah.
but that was like then when it was unchecked and not talked about, you know?
Correct.
And I think, wasn't that, if I've heard correctly, that was kind of part of the allure of the show, was that these women were like in their like older, because they were all playing older than they actually were, but they were like, hey, like we can come in being older women and still have something that's successful.
And I think it was like the refreshing nature of like hearing them talk about things that, you know, pretty much any woman or anybody should have been talking about at that time period. It was like, especially with a character like Blanche, who, like, I finally am getting like some of the jokes I've been hearing over the years. I'm like, oh, you're such a Blanche. I'm like, who are these people? And now I'm like, oh, you are such a Blanche, are you?
That's funny.
And what a sex positive like character.
Exactly.
Which is funny. Like, watch this. Like, it took a few episodes for me to realize how open they were about just their love lives, their sexuality, and then especially once I actually started watching episodes that tackled, you know, things beyond just the straight women. It was genuinely like, oh, you're not gonna make this the butt of a joke. Like, it's actually, especially we watched. Let's see. I think we watched season 6, episode 14, called "Sister of the Bride." It's the second episode to feature Blanche's gay brother Clayton, who apparently that was like the first time one of those gay characters actually recurred in a sitcom, because usually they'd have like the one-off.
I know, it's super annoying. Like, I mean, I'm sure especially for that time, but yeah, like it's one of the like annoying things about a gay character. Mainly for me, my issue is because now that we have gay characters as like staple characters, it's like the gay character not being able to date while the straight characters are dating and having ongoing relationships. It'll be like every like 3 or 4 episodes, the gay guy will, oh, I met somebody at my yoga class and I'm so excited to date. And then we see like one date between them that's really good, and then you never hear anything again. And you're just kind of like, oh, okay, well, fuck us, right?
Well, you guys don't do anything when straight people leave the room, right?
Yeah, we just cease to exist.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
My programming. But
yeah, because even the character, from what I was reading, they had 2 staffed. I don't know at what points, but 2 of the staff writers were gay. So it's like you can tell that there's there's an understanding
what's going on. Yeah,
where even the gay characters, like, there's a lot of jokes to be had.
Though I was like, there's a lot of, you can tell even the jokes are not at someone's expense.
No, and they aren't just caricatures, although that, God, he'd bend over backwards for me.
And then,
oh my God. And then Dorothy grabs her mom just like,
without missing a beat, just says, nope, this is not what we're doing.
Oh, is that? Nope, not being set up. No, that got it. Oh my God, I laughed so hard at that. So yeah, they have good jokes like that, where it's like you can't help but laugh, but they're not necessary. I mean, of course, we're generalizing a 7-season show
after seeing what cumulatively like 20 episodes.
Yeah. So by no means are we experts on this. We didn't present ourselves to be experts. This was clearly hey, let's watch a few episodes of Golden Girls and just give our thoughts.
And golden gab about it. You know, we're just gonna chat.
Yeah. But it was nice, and it's something that we obviously take for granted now, where we'll watch gay characters, and it's only when we start to see like the going backwards towards like really offensive caricatures that we kind of like spot them. Because I would say the majority of gay characters, they might not be the best, but they're not like 9 times out of 10, you're not getting the most offensive.
Yeah, you're not getting an offensive stereotype.
And yet when I'm watching this, I'm like watching, especially like with Clayton, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Oh, wait a minute. That's big for that time.
Yeah, I know, right? When I was watching this one, I was like, geez, why is she being so annoying about her brother? Just let him be in love and get married. And I was like, oh, right. This is a time where that's like really not normal. Like it's
and
like
the fact that the episode
crazy.
leans into that.
Yeah.
Like actually calling her out on it.
And saying like marriage too, because that wasn't a thing yet. That wasn't
True.
even close.
No, this was decades
that
before.
would have been a commitment ceremony.
Yeah.
And they called it marriage and a wedding the whole time.
Yeah.
So like legit. Like
his fiance was not some, like
squealing queen.
Which there's nothing wrong with that either. It's just more of
not another stereotype.
Right. Not another stereotype. loved each other. And I think what was interesting too, because obviously he was calling out the fact that like, if I'm your brother and you love me, you can't just like put me in the celibate box.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it also felt like it was written because this is an issue that happens in so many areas of acceptance, whether it's racist, sexist, homophobic. You have like the there's a term, I remember the term, the TV trope for black people, where it's like the exceptional. Yeah, where it's like, oh, we like you because of course I love Will Smith as an actor.
Yeah,
he's amazing. Well, Denzel Washington,
and that's the thing too, where it's like, oh, okay. And I think at this time too, it was at this time that they made this show, this episode, that it was important to have two very like stereotypically normal men presented as, oh, we're normal, but we just happen to be gay and we want the same things that you do and you understand this.
Yeah.
And now that we've gotten that, it's the same thing with Queer Eye, where their motto is the first show was about tolerance and now it's about acceptance.
Yes.
Whereas like then it was like, okay, look, we're okay, we're normal, we're not doing anything wrong, like just chill.
Our agenda is just to get married and not murder your children.
Leave us alone. And now we've progressed to wanting to murder their children. Now,
damn it.
Now we've progressed to where it's like, yeah, we can paint our nails and have long hair and be effeminate and do whatever, and we maybe don't want kids, or we maybe want to date multiple people, but that's also okay because it's none of your business.
True. And but that also goes beyond just the singular person. So whenever you have kind of the exception, it's not necessarily flattering because it's saying like, I like this person because you're cool, but doesn't mean I'm accepting
of
everything else. And I think that was cool. I didn't realize it was a 2-part episode because it's over a course of seasons, but like the first episode that her brother's in is the one where he comes out to her and then, she has to, I guess, tolerate / accept him. But this was a nice little bow because, from what I'm reading, like this is not common occurrence in a sitcom to kind of like bring back a character and dive deeper into the subject.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the idea of like, oh, okay, yeah, you accepted him as your brother that he's gay, but can you accept him as actually also
as being gay?
Like, being
doing gay shit.
And then like that means broadening it to like beyond just him.
Yeah.
Accepting his partner now, his husband, and obviously the entire
gay people in general. Like not just, well, I love my two gays. Like, no, I
Why does that sound like the name of a sitcom?
I love my two gays.
My two gays.
Yes, they're so gay, my two gays.
Wait, what's that?
I love my gays, they're so gay, they're gay. And they'll be here for days. Because I can't get rid of my two gays.
Damn. And I don't know if I want to.
I would watch the hell out of that. It's a brother and sister. Brother's gay and married. Sister is living with it. They're all living together, but I don't know who's living with who. I'd have to flesh that out a little bit more. But they all have no boundaries because that's what makes a good sitcom.
Exactly. No boundaries. And but things always get wrapped up in 30 minutes.
Exactly.
Or less.
We love it.
22 minutes.
I'll watch it.
All right. What? We'll kind of like briefly go through the episodes. So we watched season 1, episode 13, which was rumored to be Betty White's favorite episode.
Oh.
And that was a little romance. My goodness. As soon as I read the synopsis, I was like, well, that could probably be wildly offensive.
But we've got to watch it.
Where Rose ends up dating someone who's much shorter than everybody else.
Yeah.
And of course, as one would expect from a sitcom, shenanigans and misunderstandings ensue.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of laugh out loud moments for me, especially Blanche walking into the room.
Oh my gosh, with the shrimp platter going, shrimp, and then not even stopping for a second and going, nope, and walking straight out of the room. That was great.
There's something to be said about just how good they were at performing. Like, I don't know. I don't want to sound like I'm just so surprised, but I guess I'm kind of like conditioned to the way that sitcoms from like the past, because it's not even just now sitcoms I'm talking about, but like from the past 10, 20-ish years, and how there's nothing wrong with it. It's a choice. Obviously, I dislike more modern sitcoms, but again, all choices. But the way that actors kind of like tackled things now versus the way they tackled them back then. And they're just, I don't know, zeroed in on those personality types so quick. But yeah, the about face that she does, immediately mortified.
Fantastic.
Super funny.
What else did she? There was another one that she said like it's a small world, and then he like kind of like gave her shit, and they were like it's fine, because as soon as he like. There was something that she said where he was all like, "Oh, I'm gonna have fun messing with her."
Oh yeah,
like,
he says
great.
She's uptight. Like this is gonna be great. Later dumps her because he's a Jew.
Because she's not a Jew.
I know that sounded really offensive coming out of me.
Should I just dump people, man?
Let's take this is my apology video,
but also. You got dumped by someone who was
I'm
Jewish.
not mad at you.
There's a little bit of salt there, huh?
She didn't dump me because I'm not Jewish.
My Jewish guy didn't like me either.
All right.
He was straight.
We're not
but
angry.
That's fine.
Oh my God.
Why
did this just wildly
does not condone anti-Semitism?
Yeah, I mean, yes. We don't condemn it. Wait, no.
We don't condone it. We do condemn it.
Wow, this went wildly off the rails. All right. Let's this is
okay.
It's a very interesting episode.
What other episode did we watch?
We watched the one where they solve
the murder mystery. Yeah. The murder mystery that, what's her name? Dorothy?
Wait, which one are we talking? Oh, Dorothy.
The one who's really good at solving.
Yeah, Dorothy solves.
She was a great detective. And then there was a real murder. And then she again was a great detective, even better than the real detective who didn't know what the hell was going on.
I mean, it was all set up, but
but we didn't know at that time.
I don't know, because the way sitcoms treat real life events, I was like,
exactly.
Like the cop is in the room asking all the people questions, and like as soon as one person points a finger with a mildly convincing case, he goes, "Well, clearly
it has to be you. You had a steak last night, and you were the last person seen with him, and he was killed with a steak knife. I'm gonna arrest you now."
I mean, case closed, airtight.
Am I right?
Insert the progressive meme. That's not how this works.
That's
not how any of this works. But of course, like, yeah, it turns out to be a double fake. It's another murder mystery. That episode, by the way, for those who actually want to follow along, was season 7, episode 2, The Case of the Libertine Bell. And yeah, by this point, you mentioned that Rose clearly got flanderized. And it's like, it's 10 times stupider.
Than the few episodes that we saw in the first season where she was a little flighty, a little ditzy. And then, 5 years later, she's like, what? Wait, is this a real murder? And you're just like, what? We came to a murder mystery party. Like, what are you talking about? It happens though. It's mainly you see it with the dumb characters where if somebody's trope is that they're just not as quick to the curve as everybody else, then like you just see that deterioration through the seasons. It's crazy with Disney. Like with Disney shows, they start in episode 1 of being like, oh, they just don't get the jokes all the time. And then when you're in the last season, you're like, this person would not be alive. They are so stupid. Like they cannot take care of themselves. They cannot live.
But she plays it so well.
Yeah, she's not that bad. She's just they just leaned into it. You could tell they leaned into it more because they're like, oh, this is fun. Whereas
I think what works too is like, definitely in the first season, because like I said, that was the majority of what I watched. But the character traits and kind of like just the 4 individual personalities felt really well defined. Where you have kind of like the no nonsense one that calls everybody out on things, and she's like neatly tying things in a bow too, which is funny to watch sitcoms from back in the day where it's like even something as difficult as depression can be solved with a nice little pep talk and a calling out and a stern talking down to, and then the next scene it's like, oh, you know what, Dorothy, I guess I was a little too depressed. It's a good thing I washed that away. Haha. And you're just like, all right, well, therapy also works too, but
that's not how your life is. You don't just look at yourself in the mirror and go, man, my friend was right. I need to not be suicidal anymore.
And then that's it.
Glad we wrapped it up. Let's be funny next week at the same time.
Right, exactly. So, but that's not a fault against the show. That's just, time period. We've moved past that. We know how to deal with more nuanced things, but it's...
Yeah, but also it's a sitcom. Like a sitcom even now is never going to... I mean, if they decide, and I'm sure this sitcom does it too, like obviously they have their moments where something is heavier, and they do take that time to deal with it, and they do let it run over multiple episodes. sometimes, but not all the time.
I mean, why do we watch sitcoms? Not to be depressed.
Exactly. That's why I prefer sitcoms, because I'm like, life's hard enough. That's unfortunately, sorry y'all, why there's not going to be a Euphoria reaction, because something tells me it's not a euphoric show.
You don't freaking say.
It's kind of heavy. I honestly, the only reason I want to watch it is just because of all like the TikToks and the memes and everything about the like way they're dressing and everybody doing like, oh, my uniform for Euphoria High, and they're coming out in, like the craziest outfits.
Oh,
and
wow.
I'm like, I guess I just have to watch for the clothes. Like, I don't know what's happening.
Again, you're talking about a show that's not the Golden Girls. Welcome
and
back.
It is also not a sitcom.
I know. Welcome back to this episode where Benji and Rizzo only watched a handful of episodes and then talked about everything else around it. But yeah, you have like the no nonsense Dorothy, of course, like the naive, vulnerable Rose. She had a plot line. I think you might have skipped past it because we share the same Hulu. So I'm not sure if you like rewatched or picked up on. She had a whole episode where she basically had to. This is Rose, Betty White. Get comfortable with the fact that she hasn't slept with a man since not only since her husband died, but since before she married her husband. She only had one man in her life. Oh. And so like she meets this new person.
That's hard.
And it's like, holy shit, you're dealing with this plot line not only of like, you know, having like premarital or aftermarital sex, I don't know.
Pre-post-marital
sex, yeah. And with an older woman. And with a woman who hasn't done this before. So it's like it's twofold, because obviously you have the Blanche character who's, you know,
very liberal sexually.
Very liberal sexually, which again kind of like leans into the tolerance aspect of accepting something. Whereas now you have a character like Rose where you actually have to actively accept them changing their perspective and kind of moving into a different area, which I think is a lot harder, because like you can have a Blanche character, and if an audience member, you know, is going to kind of look down or turn their nose down at them, it's easier to kind of write off her entirely. It's like, oh, well, that's the sex crazed one. So, you know, she is going to be who she is. It's why like parents
just kind of like her choices kind of just be like, sure.
Yeah. Why parents can sometimes be more accepting of people outside of their own children. Yeah. Because like watching your child who you have a perception of that you agree with kind of
change and do things that you might not necessarily agree with is harder to deal with.
Way harder. Yeah. And so it's cool that, you know, the show would even tackle it from that perspective. Obviously, maybe not.
And when was that? That was early on, because you only got what, like 10 episodes into the first season?
Yeah, the first season had. Did you even watch the pilot?
Yeah, I watched like the first. I was watching it at night before bed, so I was getting through like a half episode a night.
Right.
So I got through like 3 or 4.
Did
episodes.
you watch the pilot though? Because they had they even had a gay housekeeper, who was like, he borderlined being a caricature. But at the same time, I was like, oh, this guy's like honestly, I was kind of waiting for like this is the first episode, mind you.
Waiting for something offensive.
Which, by the way, this show was not immune to it. Like in the first episode, like one of the first lines that Dorothy says is like how a girl with shaved head is like ugly to look at or something. Oh. And I was like, oh, you old, what would that be? Are they boomers? Are they pre-boomers?
They're boomers, right?
No,
because they were already
our parents.
They were
boomers.
boomers in the 80s. So what are 80s boomers? They're
old.
They have a name. I'll look it up.
So
say what you're saying.
I was like, oh, how adorable! Like, you know, just very aggressively, like, this is how I see the world.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, obviously this is a show from the 80s, so I'm not going to act surprised when people say slightly offensive, outdated things. But on the same hand, they also had this character who I was like, okay, I'm waiting for the shoe to drop, or the pin to drop on him, kind of like being like, yes, hi, I'm every straight person's view of a gay man.
Oh my.
Oh my. Again, nothing wrong with that, but that seemed to be the only character that existed to straight people back then.
So apparently they're called the silent generation.
Well, she wasn't very silent about her opinions.
Why? But
because they're dead now?
Let's see. Generally speaking, greatest generation are parents of the baby boomers and are the children of the lost generation. They preceded what is known as the silent generation. So wait, they're the parents of the baby boomers are the children of the lost generation. So they're anyways.
Fascinating.
I was like, I could organize that later. That was a very roundabout way.
Sure.
Or say that, but yeah. Anyways.
Well,
I didn't. I don't remember that character. So apparently, I was falling asleep like 5 to 10 minutes into each episode.
He was only in the pilot.
It's very rhythmic. It's calming.
Yeah,
they're just kind of. It's like hanging out with your mom. Like it's
and falling asleep around your mom, talking about mom's friends.
Yeah, like it's warm.
It's definitely warm.
It's very warm. Like even the opening is. It's very like it gives you the kind of that. I don't know, childhood Saturday morning, like feeling where it's like this would be something that if it came on Saturday mornings, unlike what is it, Family Ties, where when you see that opening, you're like, oh God, find the remote, turn the TV off. This one would be one where you're like, okay, the cartoons are over, but this one is this is
calming.
This is the adult show that we can leave on while we play with our toys, and we still like it. Like
I know, so, I had a twinge of almost like nostalgia envy when that
the theme
came on.
Yeah.
Like I was straight up envious because I went, oh, this feels like had I heard this in my childhood, I would absolutely be freaking out right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yet I have zero emotional ties to this.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Damn.
I felt the exact same way where I was like, damn, I wish I did have more of an emotional connection to this.
So, I mean, all right. So we talked 30 minutes about this, about the few episodes we saw. Obviously, we appreciate the skill that went into it. But now it's time for the real test, Benji.
Uh-oh. What test is that, Rizzo?
What Golden Girl are you? Now, I'm going to send you the link.
Okay.
We'll take 2 different quizzes. Actually, we're going to take the BuzzFeed quiz
we gotta
first.
Do BuzzQueer.
BuzzQueer?
We got to do the BuzzFeed quiz. The BuzzFeed
You are
quiz
in rare form today.
Is official. It's not an official quiz unless it's from BuzzFeed.
That's true.
The results aren't official unless they're from BuzzFeed.
So we're going to take the BuzzFeed quiz. I'll include the link below.
Is BuzzFeed still going?
Honestly,
they've had like 3 generations of people leave, and it's not like Saturday Night Live, I don't think, where they just keep like, okay, we'll get new people and everybody still loves us. I feel like everybody's like, y'all are kind of toxic. Like everybody that leaves you is like, this was the worst.
So we've got everyone has a Golden Girls character that matches their personality. Here's yours. It's very visual. So, the first one, I'll read them out loud.
Pick a wallpaper.
Pick a wallpaper. I'm going to pick mine.
I'm going to pick this one because it's fun. Ooh, pick a cheesecake.
Pick a cheesecake because apparently they ate a lot of cheesecake. I didn't notice it. I think Rue McClain.
I actually do love Cheesecake Factory. This one looks good, but it looks like it has peanut butter in it.
Which one are you
picking?
I can
eat that.
Top left?
But I can't tell you.
Well, no, you can tell me.
No, I can't because then we're going to get the same answers.
I'm not going to pick the one that you're picking.
I'm going to pick.
I know which one I'm going to pick.
Okay, so this is not fun for people who are listening.
No, it's fine. I'm picking
I'm picking the one that looks really decadent and indulgent.
Yeah.
Because I'm.
All right, so we have another one. It says pick a date, and we've got 4 groups of. Well, actually,
so we have Michael B. Jordan, all the Hemsworths,
all of them, including the one from Westworld.
I think would make you a Blanche. I think that's what they're going for with that one.
Got a George Clooney, but he's older,
and Tom, not Holland.
Tom Hanks.
There we go.
Did you really forget Tom Hanks' name?
It blanked for a second.
Oh, my God.
I obviously didn't have George Clooney on me either.
Oh, wow.
Well,
all right.
Obviously, I'm going with the Hemsworth.
I mean,
Pick
I don't know.
A big gift.
Go with Tom Hanks.
A vibrator, a really nice bag.
Is that a vibrator?
It's a massager,
Interesting.
quote unquote.
So, we have 4 options. We got a book, a teddy bear, a big teddy bear, a vibrator, and a bag. It's not a Gucci bag. It's just a bag.
It's a bag.
I'm going to pick the... Rizzo's picking the teddy bear.
Benji picked the teddy bear.
Pick a St. Olaf word. What the hell is St. Olaf?
Wait, should I look it up?
I guess.
Read them out and I'll look it up.
I mean, pick a St. Olaf word. They're all freaking gibberish. We got Tubenburbles, Vertubenflugen. Well, this just isn't real.
Oh, a word used by Rose that is the St. Olaf equivalent of I'm not one to blow my own horn.
Interesting. Well, then we have Gurkenoken and Guggenspritzer.
Look at that. We have no clue what kind of
Vertenbudenflugen. I'm going to go with Tubenburbles.
Tubenburbles. That's funny. Vertebubenflugen.
Pick a
Oh, my God, yes.
Pick a dressing gown. I'm
Absolutely.
guessing you're taking the big frilly.
Taking the I didn't kill my husband down.
I'm going to pick the one with the broad shoulders, which I feel like is definitely
Dorothy.
Yeah, no, not Dorothy. Ooh, pick a Sex in the City character. I guess they are equivalents, aren't they?
That's I feel like that's one of those ones where they're like, oh, what X-Men superpower would you have? And then at the end they're like, what power do you like? I hate that.
We got Carrie, we got Miranda, we got Samantha, and then the other one. What was her name?
Carrie, Miranda, Samantha, and I'm blank. Charlotte. I was like, why am I blanking?
It's funny because Charlotte was the one I had a crush on as a kid.
I would be somewhere between, I think,
a Charlotte and a Samantha?
Yeah.
No.
Samantha? I'm between a Charlotte and a Carrie.
A Sherry?
Sherry.
All right, I got to pick between Charlotte and Samantha. Charlotte and Samantha. It's like I know what they're trying to say, so I'm going to go with I grew up mostly a Charlotte. Pick a movie.
I'm going to go for Carrie.
Oh, God. I haven't seen any of these movies.
Above.
How to Make It American.
Magnolias, A League of Their Own. I've seen that one in school. First Wives Club, American Quilt. How to Make an American Quilt.
So I'm going to pick what I would want to watch, and obviously I would watch Bette Midler, Goldie Hawn, and Diane Keaton. First Wives Club. I'll pick that.
I will probably agree with that, but also like none of them.
Who did you get?
I'm Blanche.
You're Blanche, and I'm Rose.
Oh my God.
Who would have seen that coming?
Wait, is that appropriate? Is that exactly what we would have
I feel like that. No, I didn't do it on purpose.
I know. Well, no, because I'm like, I wasn't manipulating it either way because I was like, I don't know the characters well enough to try to manipulate.
Who did you pick, by the way, for the Sex and the City character?
Carrie.
Oh, Carrie.
Yeah.
So as Rose, I am sweet, caring, and enthusiastic. You like to see the best in everyone and everything, but you can just be very naive at times. That's not...
I feel like that's me.
While you're proud of where you come, you also enjoy traveling and aren't afraid of change.
I'm kind of afraid of change and traveling.
All right, I want to do another quiz. There's one more.
You're feisty. I'm Blanche Devereaux. Ooh, I love that last name.
Oh,
I might
great.
change that to a stage name. Benji Devereaux. I like that.
It's not bad. That would complete your gay metamorphosis.
Yeah. Once I get I don't even know, more money, and I'm driving a Tesla, I'll be Ben Devereaux.
Ben
Devereaux or Benjamin Devereaux. I'd have
well,
to
it sounds like
out.
bend over.
Oh, that's fun. That's a little.
You saw it here, folks. The transformation
was on this episode.
So what
you're
else?
Feisty, outgoing, and passionate. You've got strong desires and aren't afraid to express them. You put a lot of effort in how you present yourself to the world. But at the end of the day, if someone doesn't like you, that's their problem. You're all about living life to the fullest. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
There you go. All right, we're going to do another one. This one's Haywise quiz. Which Golden Girls character are you? Play now. I don't know if it says phone friendly.
Play now.
Oh,
gosh, phones are basically computers.
Freaking ads as.
I don't have ads on my phone. Okay. You're shopping at
a
a flea market. What do you buy?
A toy ant farm. B, a navy blue cardigan. C, a road map of Sicily. D, a coffee mug. E, a pair of red high heels. Or F, a baked potato opener.
What is a baked potato opener?
It's a knife. Yes, like the hell?
A knife?
Oh, I got this fancy baked potato opener.
Some of y'all got too much money.
All right, a toy ant farm or a road map of Sicily. Those are the two I'm going with.
I guess.
What is a toy ant farm? That means like a farm for ants, right? Or is it like for toy ants?
Ant farm is like it's like the little.
No, I know what it is. Is there a difference between an ant farm and a toy ant farm?
I doubt it. I think it's just an ant farm.
We'll go with an ant farm for me. What are you going with?
I will probably do the same because I'm between an ant farm and high heels. But it really depends on the pair of heels. Like, are they sequined and bedazzled? I don't technically own a pair of heels, and I wouldn't buy them because I wouldn't necessarily wear them yet. I'm not Benjamin Devereaux yet.
Ben Devereaux?
Yeah. So I'm also gonna do a toy ant farm.
Okay. Continue. You got the munchies. What snack do you reach for? Oh, this I can answer firsthand. What do we got, Benji?
Apple dumplings, dish of gelato. They're out of sequence.
Oh.
They're not the same order for us. Freshly baked scones from the local end. A bowl of raisin cereal. Why are we the same? Bologna sandwich or cornbread. Okay.
Ooh. Okay, if I'm actually high and I have the munchies.
Did it say you're high?
I realize it did not say
you
if
got
you're high.
the munchies. The only thing on here that I would actually eat is gelato.
I was about to say the same thing, but I also like cornbread, but I'm going to go with gelato too. So far, we're the same person. Continue.
It's your turn with the TV remote. What do you put on? Let's see what they've got for us.
We got the Food Network infomercial for hair tonic, a soap opera, Walt Disney's Bambi, World News, or Annie Hall.
Who's Annie Hall?
It's a Woody Allen movie.
Okay, so okay.
I mean, with these options, I would rather die.
I'd rather die. I could watch the Food Network. It depends on what show it is. I've been watching hella baking challenge shows though.
Yeah.
Lately. I would say Disney's Bambi hypothetically because I wouldn't watch Bambi, but I would watch Disney. I might just go with Food Network.
I'm going to go with Bambi.
Okay.
I wanted to do Bambi at first, but I really did not want to match another
one of my answers.
Okay. What quality are you... Oh, here should be different.
Mm-hmm.
What quality, Benji, are you looking for in a romantic partner?
Let me read the answers first. Sense of humor, handy, looks like Clark Gable.
Looks like Clark Gable.
Loyalty, youthful, a pulse. So I'm going to look up Clark Gable really quickly.
Oh, my...
Just to see if that is something that I would look for in a
I don't
partner.
know. I'd be interested. I mean, I know what he looks like.
Do you?
Yeah, because they used to do his caricature a lot in Looney Tunes.
Oh. Clark Gable
How do you not-
images. Not necessarily for me.
Not wanting to...
So I'm going to go ahead and say that I need to get back to the page that I was on.
Interesting.
Okay, what are you looking for? I would say, if not Clark Gable, well, because I could take that just to mean that they need to be attractive.
Right.
But
there's also youthful.
No, I don't need them to be young because I actually like guys that are older than
I
me.
mean, assumed youth is could also mean.
I think youthful means like the energy.
Oh, okay.
Like fun, youthful
I'm
energy.
gonna
I do like a youthful energy.
Go with a sense of humor.
I would also go with that, but I'm going to say loyalty.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds about right.
Because I want them to know they're mine.
You're visiting your local library. What section are you in? Aha!
Haiku poetry, gardening, cooking, mechanics, romantic fiction, business.
Where's the murder
Or-
mystery?
Where's the I wouldn't fucking be there? I'm going to say romance fiction.
I'm going to go with, I mean, no murder mysteries? Come on.
Clearly not.
Dorothy,
know,
you're not
yes,
reading
you would
murder
be-
mysteries?
Also, we have 6 options on this. There's only 4 Golden Girls. Well, 5.
I'm going to go with cooking.
No, 4.
You're going... Why don't you read this one because I want to read that.
You're going out on the town. What color do you wear?
Gray, pale pink, plaid, stripes, crimson, or black?
Black.
Well, I'm black. I'm wearing
You're
black.
not black.
I'm wearing black.
Okay, I'm going out for a night on the town.
Yes.
I actually don't own crimson. I don't have a lot of red. It's not my favorite color. It's like I want to pick things in the spirit of what they're saying.
Right.
But closest would be pale pink
Yeah.
and sequins.
All right, there you
You just won a free airplane ticket. What's your destination?
go. I mean, I don't know. Did I win it?
How many questions are on this one?
I don't know.
You won it. You have a free trip. Where do you wanna
Palermo,
go?
Italy, Washington, D.C., New York City,
Hot Atlanta, Georgia.
No, not Atlanta,
Oh.
Georgia. I know how to...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Landskrona, Sweden. And, and then Hotlanta, Atlanta.
So I would think that we're about to pick the same one.
I mean, I know what I'm picking.
I would go to Italy for the
I would go to
food and
Italy,
the
too.
boys.
I would go to Italy for the food and the women.
Look at that. We're going to Italy for the same damn reason. Why have we not planned this trip yet?
I don't know. Of the following, what do you crave most, Benji? Dick. Not an option, apparently.
Commitment, a new car, a pet pony.
That's contentment.
Oh. Well, I wonder what I'm wanting.
Clearly.
Freedom, a nap, or passion.
Ooh. I'm going to go with freedom.
I'm going to say passion.
You're getting ready for bed.
This better be the last question.
What jammies do you opt for? Pale green silk nightgown with daisy. You know what? Let me just say what I'm going to. Absolutely nothing.
White cotton nightgown, lacy red negligee, plaid
A
flannel
Yale
tops and
sweatshirt
bottom.
and a cozy sweatpants.
Ooh, that sounds great.
I'm going to go with nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh, my God. How many more
You do not
questions are
sleep
there?
naked.
I mean, I sleep. Might as well
Okay,
be.
let's try to get through this.
Oh, my
You're
God.
so thirsty. What do you reach for? Black coffee, water, gin and tonic, espresso, pineapple juice, caramel latte with extra froth. I'm trying to back off of those right now.
I'm going to go with caramel latte with extra froth. That
Pineapple juice.
Okay. What's the best way to get from here to there? I don't know. Like at the end of this quiz? Private jet, carpool, Jeep, in your slippers, unicycle, limousine. I'm going to go with the Jeep.
I mean, the best way would be a limousine. Not that I do that all the time.
Holy shit, this thing is still going. You can return to any age for a week. What age do you choose?
Well, I can't return to 50, so 21, 35, 15, 8.
Oh, I would go back to 15, see what. Yeah, 15 would be the right age to kind of be like aware of things, but also at the same time.
Yeah, it's right in that point where you're like, I don't have to do too much over, but also this is right when things started to go off track.
Right. Ideal workspace, bed and breakfast, carnival, garage, department store, cosmetics counter, office, kitchen table.
Home. None.
Ideal workspace.
Being taken care of.
I'm going to go with, oh man, I don't know.
Kitchen table.
I'm going to go with off. Bed and breakfast in. There we go.
They're like really assessing our personality.
They really are. BuzzFeed. Step it up.
Your turn to make dinner. What's on the menu?
Ooh.
Meatloaf and mash, potatoes, eggplant. You're ordering in pizza with extra pepperoni.
I mean,
Well,
I don't
there
even have
you
to look
go.
at the other things.
Cheeseburgers, baked potatoes.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
ordering pizza.
Shrimp and grits or Skagen toast with lingonberry.
I'm already
jam.
on the next one, Benji.
I know, but
What's your spirit animal, Benji?
Oh my gosh, pizza.
Good. What's your spirit animal? Fox, butterfly, skunk, snapping turtle, rabbit, or elephant? I know what mine is.
It's either a fox or a rabbit. Did you pick fox?
I picked rabbit.
Oh, I'll go fox.
Oh, boy. All right. Choose your... Jeez.
Ideal first date: hot air balloon ride, motorcycle ride. Hell fucking no. Airport lounge, no. Dinner at home on the patio, not so much. Dinner at show, maybe. Dance club, possibly.
I mean, we'll go with
Hot air balloon
dance
ride
club.
would be really fucking cool.
What is your favorite holiday?
Ugh.
I mean, I'm going to go with Halloween.
Christmas.
Christmas. It's game night. What do you want to play? Mahjong, billiards, gin rummy, Monopoly, never.
Yeah.
Chess or checkers?
Sure. Checkers.
I mean, I'll go with Monopoly. I said never, but it's the only one I actually do play. You need some music, Benji. What do you want to hear?
Frank Sinatra, the Bangles, Dean Martin, a Lund Chamber Choir. Is this really fucking boring? I'm so sorry.
I am sorry, y'all.
Elvis Presley, I will go with because that's the only person I know from this list. Oh, they're not fucking around.
Oh,
Are we gonna have to like
cut this?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Can we put a mark and cut right here and
My
just go
goodness.
to the results?
Or we'll just leave it in because you guys are like weirdly interested in listening to us.
Not weirdly, I get it.
Scrapbooking, cross stitch, ballroom dancing, geocaching.
Hobbies.
Oh my God. Cutting coupons.
What is geocaching?
I'm going to do with ballroom dancing. Does this ever end?
I don't know.
You attend a cocktail party. What cocktail did you order? I mean, they're probably not going to have what mine is. Mint julep? What is a mint julep?
I think it's like mint vodka, mint gin, and lemon or something like that,
Ooh.
right?
Glass of sparkling white wine. I'm probably going to go with a beer.
I was about to say, I'll do a mint julep.
What is your dream job, Benji?
Stay-at-home husband.
None of these, but I will say airline pilot.
Fashion museum curator would be fun.
If I'm in this fantasy world where I'm also a woman.
Yeah.
Do you want a dog? What breed are you considering?
I already have one, and he's a Chihuahua.
Out of all these, I'm going to go with German Shepherd.
I guess a Pomeranian's closest.
Choose
to
a celebrity traveling buddy. Oh, these are all like recent people.
Gene Wilder, Samuel L. Jackson,
Christopher Walken,
George Clooney, Mads Mikkelsen, Scarlett Johansson.
Man, I almost went with Samuel L. Jackson, but then Christopher Walken showed up, and damn it if I just don't want to hear what that guy says. Choose a classic movie to watch. Oh my God.
Rebel Without a Cause, Spartacus. Oh, Wizard of Oz.
The Sting for me.
Cool.
Godfather was it. Select a plant to represent you. Fucking end
Cypress
this.
tree, lavender,
Sunflower. We're going easy.
We both just went for that.
What's your karaoke song? None of these.
Right.
But if I had to pick one, I would say Fly Me to the Moon.
Girls
Just Wanna Have Fun. That's good.
Would be fun.
but I'll do Fly Me.
Actually, let's do that for a karaoke song one night.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Symbol best defines you. My God. Oh my God.
Smiley face.
Smiley face. I mean, if anything, you're just going to listen to us slowly descend into madness.
Mad.
I mean, at this point, I need to know what I am.
Dessert time. What are you ordering? We're committed at this point.
Root beer
chocolate
float.
ice cream cone, peach
root beer
pie, oatmeal raisin. Why would you have oatmeal raisin? That's probably somebody's favorite.
Because they're
chocolate ice cream.
You're free this Saturday. What are you going to do? Probably nothing that these ladies are going to do.
Did a scarf, watch old movies with a teenage kid. I don't have one.
I mean,
hang out at a singles bar, cook spaghetti and meatballs. Yeah, eat by myself.
I'm going to go with watch old movies with my teenage son.
No, you don't have a kid. Is that the last one?
Why does it say I'm Lorelai Gilmore?
What is this?
What? Which Golden Girls character are you? You're Lorelai Gilmore? Hey, what are you doing here? You're no Golden Girls character. You're Lorelai. You love books, coffee, and the local hottie.
That's funny.
You're a Gilmore girl, not a Gold. Are you? What did you get?
I got Rose. Rose Nilland. Is that her last name?
Yeah, I never said it out loud, but
the glass half full type. You're zany, sweet, kind, and generous. You might be a bit naive, but you have hidden wisdom. That's true. People say that about me. Like Rose, you look on the bright side of life, and it enables you to see the world through rose-colored glasses. Oh, well,
I'm fucking Lorelai Gilmore.
I'm a Rose Blanche crossover.
Wow. So you would say that you're
a ranch?
Yeah.
I'm a blows.
Oh. Ranch blows.
Ranch does blow.
Interesting. Wow. Well, that was quite the episode. Not 2 hours long.
Not even an hour.
Not even an hour.
Just only about 40 minutes of us trying to finish that last damn quiz.
Oh my goodness. So first off, you should take the personality quiz. Put down your result below. Do I have any other Lorelais out there?
And then give us the things that come in the press packages or in the welcome packages of being gay or straight.
Right.
What comes in your welcome mail?
And then what was your favorite Golden Girls episode? Because I'd be interested. I'm actually going to continue watching the show. Mm-hmm. So I'll be interested in kind of like reading up in what you guys enjoyed versus what I enjoyed.
You can say we. It's fine.
You're not going to watch it.
I know, but I still enjoyed what I saw.
Sure. If you've been enjoying this, though, just remember to like, comment, subscribe.
Hit that bell for notifications and check out Patreon where we have our full reactions and check out our reactions where we have our abbreviated Patreons.
Interesting. I like that. And obviously we have reactions every Saturday, and I think we will have an episode next week. But then I start a new job, so we're probably not going to do podcasts every Wednesday for just a quick second.
We're trying to get out the rest of Sex Ed.
We're gonna finish the rest of Sex Ed. You've been very patient. There's only two of us, and we both work full-time jobs, so
not for long, hopefully.
Yeah, the more that you guys, the more you pop stars
just
support us,
engage with the channel, and
the less we have to do. But until then,
for other people that aren't y'all,
until then, we do have to. We have to decide one.
Yeah, we're doing both, and we're making it work. We're grinding. We're doing it. It's fun.
Yeah. This was an interesting episode.
I liked it. It was fun.
It was very sweet.
Yeah.
Till next time, I'm RIZZO.
I'm BENJI.
Sweet dreams, pop stars.
Keep watching.
But we need to have a different sign out for our podcast.
The podcast. We'll work on it.
We'll figure it out.